Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining me today. I am super, super, super excited to welcome America's OBGYN, Dr. Drai. And yes, I'm talking about the real Dr. Drai, and you're going to love him as much as I love him. He is the king of medical moguls, America's OBGYN. You've seen him on every network. He is out here changing lives, just to anyone you meet, Dr. Drai. So please, everybody, welcome Dr. Drai, and please tell us about yourself.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Andrea, for having me. You know, I love you. Andrea has won. How many cases have we won together?
Oh my gosh, I stopped counting because we are winners. We are such a winning team. He's right.
Yeah, a lot. And then I think I have like 14 trademarks or something like that. I think 14, 11. Is it 12?
It's 12 and two more counting. Yes.
12 and then 2 more pending. So I love it being here to support Andrea Evans. I love her. She is the trademark attorney to the stars. I love her, love her, love her. So I am Dr. Drai, a board certified OBGYN, 7-figure business coach, 8-time best-selling author, international speaker. People know me as America's OBGYN. I help doctors make money outside of the hospital so they can do 3 things: walk in their purpose, create profit, and have the time freedom that they deserve. I'm so happy to be here to teach you about business and pivoting during this time of the coronavirus. We'll talk a little bit about what OB stuff too, I'm pretty sure. And everyone wants to know about the Dr. Drai case. So this is the tea on that. So you get to hear it right from me.
Okay, well, look, that energy is electric and contagious. So right now, everybody drop what you're doing because you want to get this exclusive interview. And you have said a mouthful just with that introduction. So if I could stand up and give you a standing ovation, I would, but I'd be out of the camera. And I know everybody wants to, get straight to the interview. So you mentioned something about your medical moguls and teaching doctors about freedom. So let's start with the word freedom. What does freedom actually mean to you?
Freedom means doing what you want to do whenever you want to do it. So a lot of times currently right now, we're kind of attached to the hospitals because we have COVID virus going on, which is very important for us to work, but some of us are actually getting fired. Like a lot of the outpatient doctors. Last week, I got a call from 6 doctors who were like, yo, Dr. Drai, I got fired. What am I going to do now? So I teach them how to build their business, get online to make money so they can actually replace their doctor income and they can make money whenever and doing whatever they want to.
Wow. So yes, that is a good definition of freedom. And that actually is something that we all can learn from, whether you're an attorney, working at McDonald's, working in the hospital. So let's talk a little bit about that. So you teach them how to monetize their medical degree. So what are maybe 3 examples of, on average, because I know you work with so many medical doctors, but on average, what do you think makes a medical mogul?
So a medical mogul is a doctor who uses their gifts and their passions to make money in exchange for their doctor income, like the regular hospital income that we get. So I would say the trick to being that is to really hone in on your gifts. And your gifts are things that are innate to you, is what people tell you, they ask you all the time to do. Those are your gifts. And your passions, things that you would do for free, right? So I'm a teacher, doctor means to teach. I love teaching. I love coaching. I've been doing that forever, right? And I was a 9th grade chemistry teacher. Isn't that cool? Yep.
What haven't you done, Dr. Drai?
That's what helped me with my lube line, because I was a chemistry teacher, so of course I know.
Talk about that. That's
let me finish answering the question. So I would say this: right now, during COVID-19 times, there's 3 things doctors should do. Definitely start your business. Okay. I don't care if you're in the hospital working, you're in the ER, you're in urgent care, you need to start your business ASAP, okay? So find a business coach, start your business now. The second thing I would tell you to do, to look at a different way to practice medicine. And the number 1 way to practice medicine right now is telemedicine. Getting online, seeing patients. Telemedicine is the hot thing right now in this industry. Thank God my students are already set up for that. So thank God they would have my program years ago. They already were set up for telemedicine because they're dominating the market right now. And then the next thing I would tell a medical mogul to do is to look at your finances, that what you need to do to replace that doctor income, just in case you get fired, right? And that's a reality that we have never faced in medicine. In the masses, doctors are getting fired every day. So we have to really, really, really focus on building your business. Do a financial audit, get a financial planner, see what's going on with your finances, what you can pull out, pull in, what you can apply for with all these loans going on. And you need to practice telemedicine. So that's all I think. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm taking notes too, because what you're saying does apply to doctors, but I firmly believe this applies to every single person watching. And what I've seen and what we all can see during this time, and what we never expected, is that we would be social distancing, that our employers would require us to be home. And if you're self-employed, that the state would mandate that you're home. And so when you say telemedicine, it makes me think of one word: technology.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs to know how to use technology or have a resource to someone they can hire to help them with technology. So let's talk about technology. How important is technology to everyone watching?
That's the number one thing you should know right now. So literally, there are doctors that have never been on social media before, and all of a sudden they're pushed into this online craziness where they have to respond to their loved ones, because I don't call it social distancing, I call it physical distancing, because we can still be social, right? We can be social online, right? We can be social. So physical, like no more than 6 to 8 feet, physical distancing. So I would say learning tech, just like we're doing right now, talking to your family, your friends. Like literally, I have family meetings in Zoom, and we talk to each other virtually, my friends, my students. This is the way of the future. So if you're not getting on technology, you are left behind. So, and doctors who are listening, lawyers who are listening, any professional that's listening, make sure you're pivoting right now in your business. You must embrace technology. You must find a way to get online to make the same amount of money that you made before.
Yes, and I know one person right now that's giving you an amen, and that's my 94-year-old grandfather, who is on all social media platforms. He play around, right? So that's my reason to tell you all there is no excuse. And you're watching this on YouTube or some social media platform, Facebook. So right there, that's a start, and everybody has to take advantage of social media and using this as your platform. And you know, you're an expert, Dr. Drai, but you started posting in the group your first videos, your first interviews. Tell us a little bit about that and what you think, because so many people write me and they say, I don't see how you can go live, and I don't see how you can even do an interview, or my hair, or they make excuses. So talk about how social media is important and what they could be doing to use social media.
So I would say this: you should get your name on all social media platforms. And it doesn't matter if it's a new platform that just came out, you need to get your name. So let's say a new platform that came out, like TikTok. Everyone's on TikTok now. Get your name in TikTok, right? Get your name on Snapchat. Get your name on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, even Periscope. Get your name on every single platform that's ever created, right? Because if you don't get your name, somebody else will, okay? And if somebody else gets your name, then they're going to basically be the director of your brand and your business. So back in the day, in 2011, when I first started the Dr. Drai brand, and I started out as a blogger, because I love blogging, that's how I initially started, someone got my name on Twitter, okay? Dr. Drai, Drai. I was like, really? So someone got my name on Twitter. I was like, oh, let me just connect with this person. They're not posting. They haven't posted in 4 months or something like that. So I connected with this person and asked, and then they tried to sell me my own name for $10,000.
Wow. Well, see, now you're stepping into my territory. You know, as an intellectual property attorney, you know the value of trademarks. We talked about your portfolio is growing, 12 trademarks and growing. But I mean, I have to talk about it now, Dr. Drai. That takes me to your name. And everybody knows, and if you don't know, you had to be living under a rock. Mm-hmm. The producer and rapper Dr. Drai, Dre, filed a trademark lawsuit against America's OBGYN, Dr. Drai, Drai, and it was at the Trademark Trial and Appeal Board. Dr. Drai hired my law firm to represent him, and we were successful in that he is Dr. Drai. He's able to use his name for a variety of services and products, and this brand is everywhere. This brand is on fire. And you are, although that's your name, that's your brand. So talk about the importance of intellectual property to you. Like a lot of people were saying when the case broke, it went viral. So this is a case that was shared on every morning and night show internationally for 2 weeks, exactly, which is amazing. And it piqued everyone's interest because the number one question I got is, why would a doctor even need a trademark in the first place? Like, what kind of doctor is this Dr. Dre? So tell us about trademarks and intellectual property and why that's important to you.
So intellectual property, this is basically is anything that you own that came from here, okay? All right. So in most contracts in hospitals, they have something called an intellectual property clause where they'll say, hey, this doctor is an employee of this company. If they invent, a device, if they become a celebrity, they have a new drug that they invented, the hospital gets the whole credit for it. So they remove the doctor away from the invention, whatever came out of their brain, their mind. So I never agreed with that. Okay, that is something that I'm just like, what? So I'm on vacation, I'm on the beach, and I come up with this new drug. I'm like, oh, this is the solution to the problem that I'm seeing, and then they get the credit for it. I'm on vacation. That's crazy. So that's why intellectual property is very important. Physicians are listening, and anyone, because a lot of you have IP clauses in your contracts that you're signing with companies. Make sure you remove that IP clause so you can actually be in control of what is coming out of your brain. Okay, that's what. And intellectual property. First of all my trademarks, they're worth a lot of money. They're in my portfolio, my net worth. They're worth a lot of money because of who I am and what I've built. So I would say this, out of all the things I've ever done in business, protecting my IP has been the most important thing. I mean, obviously the Dr. Dre case. I mean, we've had other cases. I don't know. Can I tell them the other cases or no?
Let's leave something for the next interview.
Secret. So the Dr. Dre case was not our first case. It was our second case, I think.
Yes, second.
And the first one I won, the second one won, third one won. So I would tell you this, protect your IP. Anything that's coming out of your brain, you need to protect it, okay? So make sure it's in your contracts that, hey, anything that you create, you own.
Yes, and that is a valid point because it's like renting an apartment or rental car. You just go to the bottom of that contract and start initialing, and you don't even know what you're signing until you look at the contract and you need something, or they're suing you and telling you that they do own it. So be careful. And if you have some downtime now and you are inventing and wanting to launch a business, check that clause, because the worst thing you could do is exactly what he said. Form a business and they take it, or you get paid to speak and they take it, or you invent something and they take it. And I work with Fortune 100 corporations that their contract actually says, even if they're a technology company, if you invent a toothbrush, they need to basically see it first and have the right of first refusal, meaning they are the ones that can say whether or not they want it or not. So the whole point of this is just what you're saying. Have control of your brand, control of your intellectual property, and take control. Now's the time to take control. So do you want to add anything else about that victorious Dr. Dre case before we move on to this coronavirus?
I mean, I would just tell you this. It was kind of embarrassing in the initial part because I was like, I'm a physician. So if you don't know, to be a physician here in the United States, you have to, graduate from high school, you go to college for 4 years, you go to medical school for 4 years, and as an OBGYN, I have to do 4 years of residency. So I have to train 12 years after high school. So it literally takes about 24 years to be what I am, okay? 24 years.
Wow.
Come on, America, come on. It takes 24 years. So of course, if someone who doesn't have these credentials is saying, oh my God, you can't call yourself Dr. Dre, and you're a physician, you're like, no, we're definitely gonna fight this. I'm a physician, and this sets precedents for what's going on in America. Because if I did not fight this for the medical community, so it will come up again with another doctor.
And that's exactly right. And kudos to you for doing that, because it inspired so many other doctors, and not only doctors, individuals started thinking of themselves as a brand. And so the way it works is my name will always be Andrea Evans, But if I trademark Andrea Evans for lotion, now you can't use that name Andrea Evans for lotion. And now during a pandemic like this, people are thinking about their legacies. And intellectual property, like you said, is part of your legacy. It has a value. So kudos to you for shedding light on that. Even TMZ, you know, just everybody in America. And thank you so much for the opportunity to work with my firm and allow my firm to represent you. You know, I love you anyway. Just as
You're the best. You're the best in the country. Why would I work with you?
Well, thank you, Dr. Drai. And you are the best. And you have done so much as a medical doctor, delivering babies, counseling women and working with them. If you're watching this and you're a woman, I don't know about you. I love my gynecologist. Like, a gynecologist is just that person that knows everything about you, right? Because they're talking to you anyway. But in this particular case, I mean, who wouldn't want Dr. Drai as a doctor? So you are amazing.
All your tea, right? You can learn everything.
Right. Literally everything, from the rooter to the tutor, as they say. So let me ask you this in these last few minutes, because I know you are super busy and you have so many things going on with your mentor program.
My lube line is super hot right now.
Well, let's talk about that, because guess what? Everybody is on we're physical distancing, like you said, but for those of us that are in the house with our spouses, our girlfriends, our boyfriends, you have something that they could use. So tell them about that. You have to.
So you could go to feelthemoment.com. I want you to check out my lube and condom line, both FDA approved. So I'm the only lube line in the US that was created by a physician that is FDA approved, and the sales are hot. So people must be having sex. They having corona. So they having sex now. They having sex during this time. The condom sales are increasing as well. So at least you're being safe, which is important. You're being safe, okay? And you're having fun with my lube. So I have a water-based lube and a silicone-based lube. And the condoms are regular size. I've created like regular size one. So I hear with the mandingos, they're always like complaining about that. They're always asking me, they're in my DM like, Dr. Drai, what about us? I'm like, it's coming. Just chill. Chill. I got you. Don't worry.
Well, I mean, what an honor to talk to the man behind the brand. And you know, I love momentum. I love the name of the brand. And everybody should go to feelthemoment.com. He did send us a care package. Chris, he loved it. 5 stars.
Oh, good.
Recommended it to everyone that's asked. So definitely check it out. And what better product to buy than one, like you said, that's not only FDA approved, but approved by America's OBGYN, Dr. Drai. So you all check that out. And Dr. Drai, what's funny is, I just saw an article where twins were born, and one of them was named Corona and one was named COVID. So, hey, we'll see what happens in 9 to 10 months. So you will always be in business if you're ever ready to deliver more babies.
Look, I'm taking off, okay? I was like, what's 10 months after this? I'm done. I'm taking off because I know it's going to be hot on the labor suite.
Right.
Across America, it's going to be hot.
Yes, it's going to be hot. This interview is hot, and I know we have a few more minutes here today. So let me ask you this. A lot of people are feeling anxious during this time. You know, different social media posts with the morbid news of medical professionals dying, all the way to newborn babies, you know, having coronavirus. Well, we see that we're not necessarily in control. And not only that, a lot of people are sort of guilting people, saying, you know, use this time to do this. You shouldn't be doing this. And everybody has different quirks and rules about what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. So let me ask you about that. Tell me 1 or 2 tips about mindset during this time. Like, what can we all do to control our minds and to not feel so anxious?
So mindset means mental attitude. So I would say the number one thing you should do is check your crew. Make sure you have the right people around you. So if you're around people that are super negative, they're in your Zoom room talking to you, you're having a virtual meeting, you know, tonight I have like a virtual happy hour. I'm going to be hanging out or whatever, my martinis. If you have people in that space that are negative, they should not be in your space during this time and after this time. So change your surroundings, okay? And the other thing you need to do is re-language what's coming out of your mouth. So instead of saying things like, you know, we're going to die for coronavirus, say something like, we're going to make it through this time. Okay. So restructure what's coming out of your mouth. Okay, restructure that, and then change your surroundings, the people that are around you. And I know it's hard. You're physical distancing. You may be stuck in the house with somebody who is a hot mess. Okay, and you knew they were a hot mess. Okay, but you didn't see those signs, and now you really see those signs. So prepare to get out of that situation after this is over.
Wow, so that's kind of like the hashtag no new friends. I know everybody's watching saying, is Dr. Dre taking friend requests? You know, everybody, you seem like America's best friend, by the way. And I want to thank you so much, Dr. Dre, for your time today. And where can they find you on social media? And definitely, definitely for all of my medical friends watching, doctors, nurses, anybody in the medical industry that's taking a break right now, thank you, first of all, for your service. You are our heroes. We love and appreciate you. And Dr. Dre has a conference coming up, and I'm really excited that he has to tell you about this conference.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, first of all, take out your cell phones right now. Take out your cell phones and find me on all social media as Dr. Drai OBGYN. That's Drai OBGYN on all social media. And then you can see all the other things I've done. And actually, the best way to see everything I've done, if you're looking for a website, go to birchmedicalgroup.com and you can see all my businesses in one location right there from the start to the finish, okay? Which is super cool. We just created that about a year ago so people can see that. Okay, so let's talk about the conference, Momentum in Medicine. So Momentum in Medicine is my baby. I wanted to have a place where medical professionals can come and learn business and be authentic, share their stories for what happens in the hospital, share their stories of what happens at their house, and just be very vulnerable. So I love it. So it is the place, and it's always been face-to-face. This year we're pivoting. I use Impulse, changing momentum. We're doing an Impulse move. We're moving to a virtual base. So it's April the 24th through the 26th. We're having our first virtual conference, Momentum in Medicine. It's 3 days. The schedule is still the same. We have 34 speakers. We have panels. We have a book launch. We're going to have a party. Like, it's just the best place to be if you're a medical professional. And we give 6 hours of CME. So a lot of us are like, hey, we need to get some CME. On Sunday, we actually have CME where you can sit there and learn medical topics. I'm going to be teaching about transgender health, which is one of my signature things that I do in my practice. So I love the Momentum in Medicine Conference. So it is literally, you will learn more about business in this 3 days than you learned in medical school.
Well, let me tell you all.
Hands down, hands down.
Yes, and I am so fortunate to be a speaker, and the other speakers inspire me. Dr. Dre, you inspire me. Thank you all. Thank you so much for this interview today. And everybody, thank you so much for watching this interview. And the $1 million question from all these moms that are going to be having babies soon, Dr. Dre, is, are you accepting new patients? That's the $1 million question.
No.
Well,
okay. But you can learn a lot. You can learn a lot. We have a lot of educational things out there. If you go to Amare Concierge, AMARE, Concierge, CONCIERGE.com. There's a lot of things you can read about on my website, but I'm not accepting new patients. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, that's okay, because everybody can go and follow you, like you said, at Dr. Dre OBGYN, everywhere on social media. Check out all his amazing brands. Dr. Dre, you are on fire. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Everybody, tune in for more interviews with Dr. Dre and follow him, because he has amazing things going on. Everybody go register for Momentum in Medicine. You'll be able to see me there. And tell them about the special that you're offering.
Oh, yes. We have a BOGO, buy one, get one free. So a BOGO offer, if you go to momentuminmedicine.com, momentuminmedicine.com, you can check out that BOGO offer right there.
All right. And where can they go to subscribe to your newsletter?
You always want everybody to subscribe. So to get on my fun newsletter, go to drdre.com/vagina.
Ooh, all right. All right. So, hey, everybody everywhere has stopped what they're doing. They took their notes. So this man can tell you everything about gynecology, everything about transgender. I'm sure it's nothing he can't do. You got to check out the Momentum Lube, not mine. So these are things that can keep you busy during this time. So Dr. Dre, thank you so much. Everybody, thank you for watching this interview.
Thank you for having me. It was super fun. Love you guys.